So, I think that a couple things. One, I think that there needs to be an area of social and psychological, but really civic innovation where we build out the space. And, again, I do think that this is part of what community policing is about, but where we build out the space for officers and members of the community to develop relationships outside of direct conflicts, outside of direct context in the process of policing. I imagine that there is likely more space, and we'll get people in the comments, probably edifying us on this point, but I imagine that in the police training process.
Thank you to everyone who's making comments and expanding on the conversation.
Exactly.
Can we just make that explicit point to the audience?
There you go.
We welcome additional
points. This is not a final dialogue.
Expansive.
By any means. And I think neither of us are experts, but we're Americans who care about, our communities, right?
Absolutely. We've
got an obligation to actually have the conversation in the right way. But I imagine that there's probably space within the procedures and protocols of police training to expand cultural sensitivity in a meaningful way. I mean, I know that the phrase cultural sensitivity seems like a bit of a cliche, and it probably is a cliche in many contexts, but doesn't eliminate the fact that it matters.